Hey everyone, welcome back to South Beach. And on today's walking tour, we're going to be going to the Miami Marina and walking all the way down to South Pointe Park. We're currently on the corner of 5th Street. This is the Miami Beach 5th and Alton shopping center. You have tons of new development down here, all right on the water. And it's shaping up to catch a beautiful sunset. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this walk started. If you want to come here yourself, just come to 5th Street and Alton Road just as you're about to merge on the MacArthur Causeway. This is the main Publix. You have Ross stores, TJ Maxx, Total Wine, and Best Buy. If you ever want to take a drive or even a really nice bike ride, one of the things I would suggest is biking over the MacArthur Causeway. You see the entire skyline of downtown Miami. And if you go during a time like this, you're going to catch probably one of the most impressive sunsets you'll ever see. So we'll take one more quick look back at 5th Street. If you were to take 5th Street all the way down, it'll bring you to Ocean Drive, which is also a major tourist attraction here in South Beach. As we walk a little bit further down on the Miami Marina, you're going to be able to see each individual building that makes up the skyline. You'll be able to see the Aston Martin residences and even 1000 Museum. Looks like they have a little bit of construction going on here though. All right, we've officially merged right here to the Miami Marina. It's such a beautiful place. You have this dedicated walking and biking path, no vehicles. You have a place over here where you could charter yachts, get tours. There's a gift shop, and you could also book parasailing too. This is one of the newest developments in South Beach that I'm really excited about. Here you're overlooking the MacArthur Causeway. You have an unbelievable sunset. And you could even see all the buildings in Edgewater too. Looks like they have some jet skis here. Parasailing and boat tours. Oh my gosh, this is really an unbelievable place to take a walk. I just really want to quickly check out this boat, the interior. Very cool. It says Miami Beach Marina, a sunset experience. Now, if you're looking to see wildlife, like tons of fish and even sharks and things like that, I would suggest going over to the Haulover Inlet and check out the Haulover Marina. And here you have the condos that make up the South of 5th skyline. So just an amazing lifestyle if you were to live here. After work, you can come out here, take a nice run, a jog, take in the sunset, get some nice cycling in. You could even see all the container ships coming in at the port of Miami. Wow, it's incredible. I really like these bright flowers too. It says Dock B, access for owners and their guests only. That kid has a nice lemonade stand. I'm sure he does really well. Always good to see young entrepreneurs. Probably meets a lot of successful people here too. Good networking opportunity. You could hear the parakeets. Looks like these people are out on a fishing charter. I'll try to zoom in so you can see. Those fishing charters are probably a lot of fun. They even have restrooms here, public restrooms. Some of these vessels are massive. I was in downtown Miami yesterday, and the co-founder of Alphabet, co-founder of Google, I should say, Sergey Brin, his mega yacht was parked just outside the Kaseya Center, and he bought it just at the start of the Russia-Ukraine war because the original owner, who actually had the yacht built, was some Russian oligarch. And then since his assets were seized, reportedly Sergey Brin bought it at a pretty steep discount. But the build cost, according to ChatGPT, is about $450 million. Pretty crazy. You can even see Fisher Island in the distance as well. As we head a little bit closer to South Point Park,
and I would love to play that with
that's when the views of Fisher Island are really going to come in. You have restaurants here. This is a steakhouse, Texas de Brazil. One more look back at where we were just walking. This trip to Miami has been by far some of the best weather ever, because even though it's been 85 degrees pretty much every day, the humidity has been really low, so it feels quite nice. Here you see some of those homes on Fisher Island. I think we could walk on this one. I didn't see a sign that says owners only because I think these are the charters. Wow, pretty cool looking, right? This boat is called Brown Eyed Girls. This is a pretty good vantage point to see back towards the restaurants. That's a really nice bar overlooking the water. You can catch a really nice sunset. Pretty cool. If you had to guess, how much do you think one of these boats costs? I mean, these are pretty big. I'll make a guess and maybe I'll get roasted in the comments, but I'm honestly not quite sure. I think for a boat like this, $8 or $9 million. Now, is that way too high or is that way too low? Like this one, for example. This one looks quite nice. I'd say this one, maybe $8 or $9 million. The Alexandria out of Miami Beach. Such a cool view, my God. Look at this one. This one's called Money for Nothing. Oh man, that is just an unreal sunset over downtown Miami. I gotta zoom in on that. Wow. You can see very, very clearly the Aston Martin residences, and you can see 50 Biscayne, the 200 Southeast Financial Center. Oh man, that is... And now you can see 1000 Museum. It's beautiful. It smells amazing. This is why I'm a big fan of Florida in general. Super peaceful, great weather, awesome sunsets. There's Fisher Island. I believe they're building 6 Fisher Island, which you should be able to see right here. We'll go ahead and head back on dry land now. But I do want to give just one more look at this sunset, just because it's really unbelievable. Hopefully it comes out well on the camera, but this one's out of Stuart, Florida. It says praying for overtime. It's the Alexandra boat again. Looks like we might have a little bit of a rainstorm. You see those big puffy storm clouds rolling in? I mean, it looks nice from over here, but yeah, but this is great. So if you are visiting Miami, Florida, definitely make it a point to come here. So just go to the corner of 5th Street and Alton Road, right where you have the main shopping center by the Publix and all of that. And then take a walk on the Miami Marina. Grab a coffee, a cafecito, or even a cocktail here at the bar, and just enjoy the sunset like I'm doing right now. It's free, and it's an awesome experience. I love it here. We're now going to continue down by South Pointe Park. Wow, and for context, it's a Tuesday night, and the restaurants seem really busy, if not packed. It's a pretty nice view to have while having dinner, right? This is called the Raw Bar. Maybe they have oysters and all that. And they even have a pool deck here. Wow. Look at that. Very cool. There's a pool here. And you have this entire, almost like a tiki bar here. Look at how unique this bar is. Talk about tropical. They even have picnic benches and things like that for the public to use outside. This is actually a really unique view now. Look at this. You can see the port of Miami, and look at those huge cargo ships. That's incredible. I know I keep looking at the sunset, but it's so beautiful. One thing I do notice though about Miami Marina in comparison to Haulover Marina is there is a significant, I should say significantly less wildlife here in terms of fish. I'm telling you, if you go to the Haulover Marina at any time of day, go down to where all the boats are hanging out, you will see just schools of fish, massive, massive tarpon. And I've even seen some hammerhead sharks there too. I kind of like this little boat here. And check out this plane taking off from downtown Miami. Very unique. We're almost at the main area of South Pointe Park. And there's probably going to be a lot of people out tonight.
Watch the fingers.
Now you're getting more of that pink color.
They showed you this one. It's pink.
That was from the Scenic. What's that range called up near Higgin?
Living in a place like this, you always have the motivation to kind of go outside, get the exercise in, and get healthy. Just because it's so nice out all the time. It's like perfect climate. I can even feel for myself, just like the stress totally coming off and wasting away. It really does make a big difference being down here. You don't really notice it when you're in New York all the time if you're not used to coming down to Florida. But once you start to, get acclimated to the environment down here, you really start to take notice of the physical and also the mental toll that a big city like New York takes on you, particularly if you're working crazy hours. It does really make a big difference, trust me. Wow, look at this shot. It's something you would see out of a magazine. So that'd be my recommendation. If you're in a big city like New York and you're doing well, you got your big corporate job, you're making a few dollars, I would invest in a place down here, either a pied-à-terre, purchase something down here, rent it out when you're not using it. Just run the numbers, make sure the property will cash flow. And it makes a big difference. I mean, when I got my place down here, it made a huge change in my life. Not just from a monetary standpoint, from the particular investment, which, thank God, worked out really well, but also just gives you more energy so you can go back to New York and work even harder and hit it harder. 3 weeks on, work the 70 hours, 80 hours a week. You could push it because you'll have that rotation of a week or 2 weeks off to kind of decompress down here, particularly during the winter months. It's been a real game changer for my business, kind of taking things from that approach. So now we're going to have a perfect view of Fisher Island. And here you can see the residences at 6 Fisher is currently under construction. You can only imagine the views and the sunsets you get if you live on Fisher Island. Pretty incredible. Now, if we're lucky, we might see a few manatees that are usually over here. Oh, there's a beagle.
Ryan? Get the fuck out of here. You're not gonna get anything with the flash.
This is my favorite part of South Point Park. Look at all the people hanging out, enjoying the sunset. You can see some fish. I'll kind of sit down here and look at how clear the water is. So I'll try to zoom in, but you could definitely see a lot of fish swimming around down here, particularly right here. You can see right to the bottom. But usually if you come here during the day, there's lots of manatees swimming around right here. Like tons and tons of manatees right in this little canal, I guess you could call it. But right now there's just little tropical fish. Maybe if we walk around to the other side, we'll be able to see some manatees if we're lucky. Again, great views of Fisher Island. Unfortunately, no manatees, but look at all the fish here. Tons and tons of fish. Wow, there's some big ones down there too. So clean, the water. Can't get over how clean it is. That's one thing Miami-Dade does really, really well, is they take the environmental conservation extremely seriously. They definitely do not have any leeway for people polluting the environment or endangering the wildlife. And here again we have that shot of downtown Miami. Just amazing lifestyle here.
Where was that?
Because I was going.
Earlier today?
Yeah, earlier today. So I was like, you know what? It's $30 to refill it.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
Pretty amazing, right? Yeah, this is probably the best place to check out a sunset in all of Miami-Dade.
todo tiene su proceso. Que todo prende.
Let's get back on the walking path and we'll head up by the Smith and Wollensky. I think I like it here better at night or right at sunset. The sky is starting to get pink now. If you continue all the way down until you can't go any further, that'll be South Point Park Pier. Coming up, we're going to see the outdoor dining facilities at the Smith & Wollensky's. And this is going to be pretty impressive. I always say this is the best outdoor dining setup. Even that's nice. Set up a little picnic right by the water. We'll take a mental anecdotal note on the economy here. Just know this is a Tuesday night, right around 7:57 p.m. And it looks pretty busy. Looks like a lot of the tables are filled. Man, that looks so nice. Inside the restaurant seems pretty busy too. It looks like every single table is filled for a Tuesday night. Pretty impressive. And even the tables at the bar side, away from the water, seem to be pretty packed as well. So we'll end the video here, everybody. If you enjoyed this walk of Miami Marina to South Point Park, please leave a like on the video and subscribe for more Miami walking tours. And if you're thinking about moving to Miami and you need some help with your purchase, feel free to email me at the address in the description, and I'd be more than happy to help you find the perfect home right here in Miami, Florida. Thanks so much for joining.